Go live. All right, I've pressed go live. I'm going to assume that means that at some point we are in fact going to go live. And I'm going to play this song. Check this out. So the reason I'm able to play this song on Facebook without getting it taken down is because I made it. That's right, people. This is a DJ Ethan Stone original of sorts. I'll explain later. Let's see if we made it live. Stranger. Danger. In the midst of chaos, you appear like a sign. I fell in love with a stranger. Another mine. Yes, so let me explain I can see that I'm live because there's people watching, so fantastic. So let me explain what's going on. That song I made about an hour ago using this app that I spent yesterday morning live casting about called Suno AI. I'm going to play a couple more songs. We're going to start this out with a little listening party. Check this one out. This is another original I just made. Dancing with the moon, let the night begin. Dancing with the moon in this cosmic groove. Lost in the depths of night beneath starry lights. I can finally play music on Facebook without getting taken down. All I had to do was make it. This whole time, all you have to do is just make it, and then you can play it. What a novel concept. I'm digging it. Thank you, Facebook, for forcing me to make my dreams come true. Because I've always wanted to make electronic dance music, and as of this morning, I am officially an electronic dance music producer. I've figured it out, and I want to tell you about how I did it. So as soon as this song is over, we'll get into it. But first, let's dance a little, people. Dance with me. This song is called Dancing with the Moon, because it's been like pretty big moon lately. Oh, it's looping. That's what's going on. Let me pause it because I forgot that I turned on the looping feature on this. Or no, it just actually hadn't finished. My bad. So let me pause it and just explain what's going on. So yesterday, if you caught that live stream, if you didn't, I encourage you to check it out because I was like over the moon about this new app called Suno AI. It's something you can just type in Suno AI in your web browser, and it pulls up this AI that allows you to enter either lyrics or some kind of song idea. Like in that case, for that song, I was just like, make a song with deep house about dancing with the moon. And in that particular case, it wrote the lyrics. It just wrote the lyrics and it wrote the song and it was like, boom, done in like 30 seconds. The previous song that I played you, which is entitled Love Among Strangers, this one, let me read off the lyrics. So this was really cool because this is something I'm so excited about as an artist. I collaborated with the AI. So I asked the AI to make a song about something similar, and it wrote some lyrics I didn't like, but one of the lines in the response had something to do with seeing a stranger. Oh yeah, I remember. So I had written a poem. It's a strange feeling to be lonely in a crowd. How on that starry night was warmer than a summer's day. Wanted to kiss a stranger, laugh out loud, anything to get these thoughts away. As I looked around on the starry night, the shadows dancing, the pale moonlight, I realized that this madness meant nothing to me, and suddenly I was all alone. So if anybody's ever felt lonely in a crowded environment, then you can relate to this song. So I prompted that into this AI, asking it to come up with some ideas, and it spit back some stuff that I didn't like. But one of the things that it said, one line was something like, saw a stranger in a crowd, or something along those lines, some restructuring of what I had originally conceived of. And then basically I bounced ideas back and forth with the AI to write a song together. So, you know, in terms of percentage, in this particular case, I wrote a larger percentage of the lyrics, but it definitely deserves credit because it wrote some of the lyrics and also helped me launch the song. And then finally, what it did 100% of was make the song. So I was just like, I would like this to be an 80s synth pop song. And I put in these lyrics, and this is what came out. And I'm like immediately dancing to this. I'm just like, what? This sounds so good. It's so poppy.
Lost in the crowd, lost in the noise. So many girls,
so many boys. But then my eyes met yours, and we were locked in time. I knew I was yours, and I knew you were mine.
I fell in love with a stranger. A love so unexpected, it felt like danger. In the midst of chaos, you appeared like a sign. I fell in love with a stranger.
And now they're mine. What? Like, what? And that was actually, I can't remember exactly how that song all came together. It was like, I put in something, it spit something back. I took that thing that it spit back and I put it in again. And then from that point on, we were co-writing this song. And because I've paid for a corporate license with this Suno AI, it's free to use, by the way. You can just make whatever you want with this thing for free. And then, at least in theory, if you want to share it, I think you're supposed to pay them like $8 to $10 a month. So you can do that. And I was so happy to do that because honestly, I can't remember when I've had this much fun by myself at 5 o'clock in the morning. And there's no going to sleep for me. I'm just too excited about this. In fact, honestly, I have a vacation coming up and I kind of don't want to go because I would rather stay at home and make music with this AI. It's like a dream come true for me. I have always wanted to be able to do this. I've always wanted to be able to take all of the ideas in my head, this library of ideas in my head that I just don't have the talent and the know-how to produce, and just somehow be able to affordably produce them. And over the years, I've entertained the idea of hiring ghost producers. I have some friends in LA who are successful producers of electronic dance music, and I've thought about paying them thousands of dollars per song to help me bring some of these ideas to reality. And I'm so glad I didn't do that because honestly, I think this is just as good as what probably would have come out of that. You know, it's because it's like you have to pay more than a couple thousand if you want it to be a hit. So like, this sounds fantastic to me. I love it. And also it's kind of, I don't know, like I'm going to obviously share the credit with this AI, but I get to release it because I made it using this AI. I'll play you another song. Let's see. This is called Wait For Me. I did a bunch of versions of this. This is the synth pop version. I'm on the fence about whether I like this version best or the country version I can play later. But this again, let me just pause it real quick and tell you about the story behind this. So this was a song that I wrote yesterday on yesterday's podcast. And I basically just put in a song suggestion to the AI. And the suggestion was, oh gosh, I'm blanking. But basically, it took the suggestion, it wrote a song, but it only wrote a verse and a chorus and not a second verse and not a second chorus. So then I went to Bing and I asked Bing to help me write it. Now, this part took forever because Bing really was frustratingly bad at being able to write a song or continue the song in a way that I thought was actually good and also matched the rhyme scheme and everything else. But eventually, we got the job done, and I did a couple of tweaks myself as an editor, but this is mostly what came out of AI into this song. And let me just read you the lyrics real quick and then we'll listen to the song. So the song is: in a land far away where the rivers run free, there's a soldier who's yearning his sweetheart to see. He fights for his country with honor and pride, but his heart is back home where his love does reside. You know what? I'm going to play you this. This one version is much easier to hear. So this is that song.
Where the rivers run free, there's a soldier who's yearning his sweetheart to see. He fights for his country with honor and pride, but his heart is back home where his love does reside. Wait for me, my love, when the battle is won. Hold on to our dreams till my war's finally done. Faithful and true, I'll come back to your arms. Wait for me, my love, keep safe from all harm. She longs for his touch, his voice and his smile, and prays for his safety across all the miles. She saves all his letters and writes him with care, to remind him his darling will always be there. Wait for me, my love, when the battle is won. Hold on to our dreams till my war's finally done. Faithful and true, I'll come back to your arms. Wait for me, my love, keep safe from all harm.
Wow. I'm so like, I am on the verge of tears every time I hear that song because it just does something. It really, the story of that song, which was basically written by AI at my command or prompting. So I'll give myself credit for prompting it, but the AI wrote that song in like that. And then I put it in this Suno AI, and then I'll be honest, it took probably 200 prompts. I spent like 4 hours from like 2 a.m. to yeah. So most of this morning from like midnight onwards has been trying to prepare a little presentation for you all, which is these songs that I'm sharing with you. So it took hours of like combing through stuff that was not so good to find the diamonds in the rough. But honestly, I mean, I've as a musician worked on albums, and it takes so long to produce one single song, unless you're Prince or something like that, and you just can do it like that in one day. But for most of us mere mortals, it is such a time-consuming process to go from writing a song to figuring out the arranging of the song to producing the song, then mixing and mastering and then releasing. And I'm doing all of that in a span of several hours with stuff that I actually feel proud of. I don't know what else to say. I think it's good. I don't think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but in this world of just mass producing stuff, a lot of times it has no substance. This has substance. That song means something to me, and I hope that it means something to somebody out there, because that's my whole purpose as a creative, is just being able to share something in my heart and soul that might be able to help somebody out there whether, just by feeling something or feeling like you're not alone or whatever. So I want to play another version of that song, which is the synth pop version, which I also, it wasn't even that I liked it. I found myself dancing and I was like, wait a minute, I'm dancing already. And then I'm listening to it and I'm like, I did come up with this. I did prompt it to play synth pop, but I never would have actually created this song. And it's just like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm a DJ. I'd play this. I probably wouldn't play this during prime time, but like during like dinner or something like that at an 80s theme party, like, heck yeah, this is spot on. Let's listen. I love this chorus. It's so good. I wouldn't have thought to sing it like this, but it works. It cut off because I'm still trying to figure out how to get it to do the whole song. But yeah, it just does the rest of the chorus. The chorus is, wait for me, my love, when the battle is won. Hold on to your dreams till my war's finally done. Faithful and true, I'll come back to your arms. Wait for me, my love. Whew. I've been writing songs since I was a kid. And I think I'm half decent as a songwriter. And I can honestly say that is one of the best songs I've ever written. And I didn't write it, but I get to take at least some credit for it, because without me, that song wouldn't exist, because I prompted this Suno AI to write it for me. And I'm just like, I'm real tired. I've been up all night doing this, but I'm so excited. Like, life will never be the same for me. And there's this just happy accident, or it's not really an accident, it's just kind of reality. I never made it as a musician, so I am not at all threatened by this technology, because there's no livelihood for it to take away from me. I had to turn to DJing because I was never able to support myself as an artist. Now, could I have if I'd really dedicated myself and give it my full effort? I won't know unless I try. But I did put in a lot of effort, and I made a couple $100 a show here and there, and sold a couple of CDs, and I was just like, what am I doing? I need to pay rent. So got back to DJing, and then the rest was gravy. DJing is fantastic. So I've got a gig coming up for Google. It's my second gig for them. It'll be on the 13th, and on that gig I am planning to do this. I don't know if I'll pre-make some stuff for them or make it on the fly, but I just want to surprise it, because these are software engineers. As far as I know, they could be people working on AI. I don't know specifically what it is that they work on, but I know that they would be impressed if I was able to capture what's going on in the room, put it into a song, and make that song so good that they didn't even know it wasn't a legit song until they listened to the lyrics and like, wait a minute, this is kind of meta. This is like about what's going on, right? Did he make this? Did he make this for us? And then I'm thinking, okay, so my main income as a DJ is weddings. So what about making custom songs for the bride and groom? I've seen people do something called the fairy tale first dance, where they'll enter a former company I worked with, and I still work with, Bouquet Sound out of Los Angeles. They're great. So they have this thing, fairy tale first dance. They do a lot of Disney weddings, and they have people send in like voice memos that they splice into the first dance song. And that is a gimmick that has booked them a lot of great jobs, and people pay extra for it. And I'm like, well, that's cool, but how about this? How about I write you a custom song that tells the story of how you met and fell in love, how you proposed, some inside jokes. And then it could even carry through to the present day of the wedding. I could be like, we could talk about your ceremony and how beautiful that was and how amazing your dress looked and how handsome the groom is, and just talk about the actual present moment, secretly put it into Suno AI, produce a song, and then I could just download it as an MP3, and it goes into my DJ software. I see what BPM it is. I play a couple songs to lead into that BPM, and then I beat match right into a song that is custom made in real time for the audience that's in front of me. DJ Ethan Stone has finally, the time has finally come for me to shine, because this has always been what I was made for. I've always been made to live in the future. The past just bothers me. I'm like, there's just so many things about the past. There's just like, ugh, and the things that we're stuck on that keep us tied to the past, just like, ugh. What we're supposed to be is like this constantly evolving species that is here to make more beauty and more art and more togetherness and more love. And I am officially empowered with these tools. And the reason I'm doing this is very much in part to impart this onto you, whoever's listening out there. I would like to encourage you to use tools. And in this, I don't know how long I'm going to go this morning before I just feel like I got to pass out. But I want to encourage you guys to use tools too, to do whatever it is that you've got to give. Whether you're a musician or a poet or a painter, there's AI tools for pretty much everybody out there that are amazing. So let's do this. Let me see if I can get Bing to talk to us for a little bit. Help me come up with a little bit of structure for today's podcast. I'll probably not make this one too long, because I just turned on the camera and started recording without any plan at all, which is, so far, this is the show, is just me with no plan, hitting record and seeing what happens. So let's just say that I want to ask Bing, tell me what AI tools are available for creatives. Go into detail on what they do. All right. Press send. So yeah, yesterday I also discovered, I used to be that I would try to read back the Bing response, and it's like, dude, there's a little sound button at the bottom of what it generates. I can just click that, and I'm running. You know what I should do? I should do a video podcast on my setup. In fact, this would be a great use of my webcam that I created. So I created a head-mounted webcam. I could probably just do it right now. No, I should probably do it later, because I don't want to waste people's time waiting for me to set it up. But I'll do that. I'll do like a show and tell of my setup. So behind me is a green screen. I'm talking into a mic called the Shure MV7. And I had a much more elaborate, expensive mic setup. And right now it's kind of parked on my desk because it's too finicky. It doesn't always work properly. Whereas this thing is just like a less expensive solution, and it works perfectly. So this microphone actually has a USB cable that goes straight out of the mic and plugs into the computer. And I can also plug my headphones directly in the mic. And then this mic works as my sound card to listen to what's going on in the computer and listen to my voice in the microphone. And it's just so simple. It's like all I have to do is plug in two things, my headphones and this USB cable into the computer, and I'm done, which is ridiculous because it actually sounds really good. So definitely recommend that. Up here, I have the Sony ZV-E10, which is a really great, super affordable camera that is recommended for podcasters and live streamers and YouTubers because it just has really great image quality, has interchangeable lenses. I popped out a different lens for today than I used yesterday. And then I'm using OBS, which is a really cool free software that is allowing me to do all this and so much more. I could do different camera angles. I could pipe in YouTube videos that I could put on the green screen or elsewhere. And I was able to put in logos, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. So really, really cool. All right. So Bing a while ago finished the response. I'll tell you what my question was. It was tell us what AI tools are available for creatives. Go into detail on what they do. While it's reading, I'm going to see if I can get my webcam set up so I can show you guys what's going on. Here we go. It's doing its thing. It's gonna get there. Don't leave me. So while it's
Certainly.
there we go. Okay.
As a creative, you'll be delighted to explore various AI tools that can enhance your artistic endeavors. Let's dive into some of these tools. Adobe Firefly. Purpose: Adobe Firefly is a free generative AI tool designed specifically for creatives. Functionality: generative fill. Use a brush to remove objects or paint in new ones. Text to image. Generate images from detailed text descriptions. Text effects. Apply styles or textures to words and phrases. Generative recolor. Create color variations of your vector artwork. 3D to image. Generate images from the interactive positioning of 3D elements. Project Stardust. Move any object anywhere in your image. Availability: you can experience Adobe Firefly in Photoshop or other Adobe Creative Cloud apps using generative credits. Safety: trained on Adobe stock images, Firefly is designed to be safe for commercial use. Responsibility: Adobe is committed to developing generative AI responsibly, with creators at the center. Pseudowrite. Purpose: an AI creative writing tool for novelists and screenwriters. Functionality: helps improve writing by suggesting better phrasing, grammar, and style. Use case: enhance your storytelling and refine your prose. Availability: available for writers seeking polished narratives. 11 Labs. Purpose: AI voices for video voiceovers and audiobooks. Functionality: generate realistic voiceovers using AI-generated voices. Use case: elevate your video content and audiobook production. Availability: ideal for multimedia creators. In video. Purpose: AI video generator. Functionality: create complete videos from simple text prompts. Use case: quickly produce video content without extensive editing. Availability: a powerful tool for content creators. Hey Jen. Purpose: AI avatars for social media videos, talking heads. Functionality: generate animated avatars with lifelike expressions. Use case: enhance your social media presence with engaging avatars. Availability: perfect for video content creators. Remember, these AI tools are here to complement your creativity, making your artistic journey even more exciting.
That was awesome. I'm too tired to have a proper dialogue. So here, as promised, is the camera. I was gonna plug it in, and I realized something that I actually mentioned yesterday, which is if I turn this camera on and start pointing it at my monitor, then there's just, it's like I have the tabs along the top of my computer organized in such a way that I don't really want potential competitors or whatever to like see like how I do my business and everything else and be able to kind of just copy all my tabs and everything. So I need to figure that out. I think I have a solution, but I'll do it next time. I think I can just kind of cut off the top of the browser. But anyway, basically this is cool. This is what I did. I just got a headband for a GoPro and a Logitech webcam and a little camera mount adapter. And this way I can just wear this headband and I can walk around with this plugged into my iPad or even my phone. and I made a video of that on YouTube, and it's really cool. So I plan to do a lot more kind of showing and telling. One of the things I want to do is do DJ stuff with that. Speaking of DJing, I know how to close this show. So we're going to make this one short and sweet today. I'm just going to do one more thing before I sign off. We are going to make a song. So let's see here. Let's make a song. Let's see. I'm going to go to not custom mode, but song description mode. I need a little more room for my keyboard. So make a song about how amazing it is to be able to use AI to make music that sounds so good. Make this in the, let's say, make this Bruno Mars-ish. Bruno Mars-ish. It might not be able to do this because it's like programmed not to allow you to prompt a name of an artist. But I've found that if you just say like Michael Jackson-ish or Bruno Mars-ish, then it's like, oh, okay, sure, I'll do that for you. So that's one of the cool things that I'm just realizing. I'm actually pretty good at this prompt engineering thing. Like maybe I should apply for a job in Silicon Valley as a prompt engineer. Because just the way my creative brain works, I get really excited about trying to solve problems. And I have a lot of patience when I'm working on something that is actually fun. So as I was saying earlier, I spent hours making hundreds of versions of songs in order to generate the 4 that I shared with you. Most of them were pretty bad. A couple of them were decent. And then those 4 or 5 I thought were really magical. So speaking of magical, this song that Suno AI just created for us is called Music Magic. Let's give it a listen. What? Yeah, this is so poppy. I love it.
Got my hands on the keys, ready to create with the high technology. So mistakes.
Okay, maybe the vocals are pretty bad. All right. This is going to be a prompt engineering job. We're going to get better. I already don't like it. Okay, so let's go make this, let's say make this in the style of Demi Lovato. All right, it should tell me no, I can't do that because I'm telling it an artist, but I found that also is hit or miss. Like it depends on the artist, I guess. I mean, maybe some artists have said, hey, I don't want AI copying my style, and others haven't. But man, this is such a weird time. As I was saying earlier, like as somebody who's not making their living making music, but just playing other people's music, this is fantastic because now suddenly I can go on Facebook and play cool songs. And I guarantee you this in a year is going to be so good that like the songs I'm going to be able to generate and you're going to be able to generate are going to be radio good. They're going to be that freaking good. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but just listen to those songs. I mean, it's already more than halfway to being as good as a song on the radio. And it's going to get there. So as I said that, it just like plays these horrible songs. Okay, I'm going to do my best prompt engineering here. Not bad. Okay, that was cool. All right, I'm going to try another one. This time I said, there's this artist named Jacob Collier, who's one of my favorite. I have a pair of tickets to go see him next month, and he's a genius. He's like the the 2024 Stevie Wonder. And you know, he does a lot of really cool stuff with crowd participation and harmony. And so I just asked this thing to create a Jacob Collier-esque song. So let's about AI and how awesome it is. So let's see if this works. Dude, what? This is so cool. I'm so mind blown. All right, it's getting a little boring, so let's try this one.
In a world of pixels and code, something extraordinary grows. An artificial intelligence, composing melodies we've never known, with complex algorithms and infinite possibilities. Digital symphony creates a harmony of the wildest dream. Oh, the magic of AI. It's a sight to behold, a canvas of sound. Stories are told with its fusion of chords and melodies so bright. Digital symphony.
All right, that was pretty cool. And one thing that happens to me is like I'll hear something and it'll just remind me or make me think of something else. So what that reminded me of Michael Bublé. So what I'm trying to do is get it to write a Michael Bublé song, but it's giving me the no, I can't do that because you mentioned Michael Bublé. So let me see. Write a song. I just want to say, write a song about how I miss Christmas and I miss you. So let's see what it comes up with. Guys, I apologize for the state that I'm in. I'm just exhausted and I really should be asleep. So I'm not doing as good of a job at hosting this particular podcast as I could, but I just was so compelled to go on anyway and share my joy and excitement about this technology. And I just figure, you know what? I may not be on point, but AI is on point. So all I have to do is just offer an opportunity for people to connect straight to this AI. So let's hear it.
Snowflakes falling, the air is crisp and cold.
Yeah.
Snow is falling all around, but the cheer is nowhere to be found.
Oh, that's sad.
Silent nights without that glow. I'm reminiscing in the afterglow. Missing Christmas, missing you. Joy just isn't the same without you. Tinsel on the tree, light shining bright. My heart feels empty every silent night.
All right, now let's just say, since I'm a DJ, make it a house song. What kind of house? Tech house, progressive house. Let's say progressive house. Progressive house is kind of poppy. So this is just, I love how you can just make these 180-degree turns and AI just doesn't skip a beat. Like normally, if you hired somebody to make you some project and you've already gone through 10 iterations and you were just like, you know what, start from scratch. I don't like anything you did. Now go in this direction. Like human beings are just going to be frustrated because our time matters to us. It's not just about the money. It's also the fact that it's like we're only here on this earth for so long. And if somebody doesn't appreciate the work that we're creating, it's hurtful. AI doesn't seem to have that sentiment. Like sometimes I do get a little blowback from Bang where it's just like, I've given you 5 versions, and if you don't like the versions I have, at least give me some suggestions. But still, it doesn't get, too butthurt about it. So let's hear this. This is Christmas Lights and Lonely Nights as a progressive house nostalgic song.
Walking through the city streets at night. The snow is falling, but something feels not right. The Christmas lights, they flicker and they glow. But without you here, it's just a hollow show.
All right, it's not bad. Not bad.
And snow is falling, and the night's cold. I can't believe it's been a year since we let go. Our cities were glittering with Christmas
All right.
lights.
I'm just gonna keep trying until we get something. I can't end on a bad note. That's something Steph Curry says. So I was like, never end on a miss. So let's see. Make a song called "I Really Should Go to Bed," and make it deep house. Let's see what we get here. Because I really should go to bed, and deep house is good bedtime music. It's kind of like chill. I love house music. House music has so many genres, and one of the things I love about house music is just like, okay, I feel like house music, but how exactly am I feeling? Am I feeling upbeat? Am I feeling a little down? Am I feeling tired? Am I feeling happy and active? Am I feeling like eating food, or am I feeling like dancing? And there's like a genre of house music for everything you could do, and it's still house music. It still has that 4-on-the-floor beat, or in some cases not, but it's still got that beat. But
It's way past midnight,
yeah, it is way past midnight.
but I can't find sleep.
It's 7 a.m.
Thoughts are racing, I'm in too deep. Whispers of regret, they echo in my head. I should go to bed, but I'm tangled in this thread. I really should go to bed, but my mind's on overload.
Yes, it is. That's exactly how I'm feeling. My mind's on overload. How did it know?
Emotions take control. The night is my canvas, I paint it with my thoughts.
The night is my canvas.
Go to bed, but it's here I find my peace.
I should go to bed, but the thoughts in my head are keeping me up instead. I really should go to bed. This one's called Midnight Reflections.
Strikes two, empty thoughts dancing in the midnight hue. Whispers of memories begin to fade, but I'm still wide awake. My mind in a daze. I really should go to bed, but I stay here instead. Lost in the rhythm of these midnight reflections, beats echoing through the walls of my mind.
Like, I'm at a point now where I feel like I want to do 2 things. First, I want to create a full album of songs that I've made using this. And then I want to do like a full album listening party like we did today, but just, 12 songs. Then I want to put those songs into my DJ software and do a whole set of music that is just 100% written, by me through AI, and just let it live without getting takedown notices, because it's original, or at least original plus AI. I don't know. There's got to be a word for this. Like when you do something with AI, and so it's not a copyright issue, but you don't want to pretend like you actually, wrote it yourself. Anyway, I said, make a song in the style of the best band ever. So I'm leaving it up to its interpretation of who that might be, about how great it feels to be in love with you. So I just feel like, as a songwriter, love is a pretty safe go-to kind of theme, because even if we're not in love, like, we all know what it feels like to be in love, or we want to be able to feel that. And so, yeah. It's good vibes. So let's see here. Hear this. Ugh. Okay, let me specify what genre. Let's do minimal techno. And it's made some good rock stuff actually. Earlier I was experimenting. I was like, okay, what's Coldplay? What's Mumford and Sons? And it was like British pop. So maybe we could try a British pop version. And I know I should have signed off already, but I can't quit you. Oh.
Feel the beat, it's in my veins. This rhythm drives me insane, keeps me sane. Pulsate, heuristic sound, this ecstasy I'm found.
Feel it now.
Electric love, it's in the air. The way you move, it's hard to bear.
Hard to bear.
Let the bass take control. It's minimal techno.
Dude, this is so cool. So cool. So every time I prompt it gives me 2 songs. All right, earlier I was talking about how we can do the Mumford and Sons kind of sounding stuff. So make a song in the style of, let's say, British pop. So Brit pop, about how great it feels to be in love with, who should we say? The bus driver. The bus driver. That's funny. So that's another thing I'm really excited about is because I am not funny. This is another thing just like about how I love writing lyrics. I'm just not a good producer. So it's a big barrier for me to getting my music out there. I also really have the ambition to be a comedian. I did a stand-up course. I went up at the Improv. I bombed. I did like a year or 2 of Groundlings, and I have friends who are professional comedians, and I would love to be successful as a comedian. And the sad truth is I'm not funny. I've been told that, but it's not just that I've been told that. It's like I've known that because my jokes always suck. But I know that just like this, like it's really interesting how difficult comedy is. It really gives me extra respect for comedians to see how much AI struggles. Like AI can beat humans at pretty much all video games. We have robots that can do like superhuman feats. But ask GPT to tell a funny joke. In fact, let's do that right now since we're on the topic. Where's my Bing tab? I closed it. Okay, so I'm going to have to open up another Bing tab. So a lot of free promotion for Bing on this show. But hey, they bought a great product in ChatGPT. So tell me a funny joke to tell on my podcast. Make it extra funny. Let's see if that helps. Okay, certainly. Here's a light. Oh, I'll just have it read it. You don't need me reading it. I'll let you read it in your own voice.
Certainly. Here's a lighthearted joke that you can share on your podcast. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
Heard it.
Feel free to sprinkle some laughter.
Tell me another. Tell me another joke. So yeah, what I was trying to say is I'm really looking forward to the day when AI will make me funny. Because I love making people laugh. I'm really good at, like, I've got a baby boy and I'm really good at making him laugh by playing peekaboo. And that makes me feel like I'm so funny, but doesn't work with adults so much.
Certainly. Here's another one for your podcast. Why did the bicycle fall over? Because it was too tired. Feel free to share this one and keep the laughter rolling.
Okay, so these are all jokes I've heard. That's part of why I'm not laughing. I mean, they're bad, but okay, tell me a new dad joke. Let's see if it can come up with something that I haven't heard before. Nope. It's repeating itself. It told the Scarecrow joke again. Tell me another. So this is where I need to, learn prompt engineering because it's repeatedly, I've asked it twice to tell me a different joke and it's told me the scarecrow joke twice more, which is kind of sad. So anyway, that illustrates my point. AI sucks at jokes, but it's apparently great at songwriting because apparently writing a hit song is easier than writing a joke. Well, yeah, apparently it is, at least from an AI's perspective. So earlier I prompted it to make a song in the style of Britpop about how great it feels to be in love with the bus driver. Here it is, folks. This is Suno AI's Bus Stop Romance.
Waiting at the bus stop, the rain begins to fall, but I don't mind at all, cause I'm thinking about
Okay, that sucked. I know what I'm gonna do.
riding on the double decker, feeling the breeze as we go. The sun is shining, the radio's on, it's the perfect show. Lost in the rhythm of the city streets passing by. But there's one thing that makes this ride so fly. I'm falling in love with the bus driver, at every smile and every turn. Cruising through the city, my heart's on fire. Life's an adventure and he's the one I yearn for.
Okay, that wasn't bad. So here I said make a song in, let's see, make an American punk rock pop song about how great it is, and I need something else. And next time I do this, I'm going to check what comments are. Let me see if there are any comments. Let's see. What AI are you using? Ethan is what Jeff says. Jeff, I'm using Suno AI. If you're watching. So let's see. I'm going to say make an American punk. I'm thinking about Green Day. Punk rock song about how great it is to. What's funny? Let me ask Copilot. So, what is the most funny? Like what is a funny place to be in as a human? I'll try that and then see if it gives me a good answer and then see if I can plug that in. So it is fun to kind of like jump around between AIs. Oh, here we go. See, I wouldn't have come up with this. How fun it is to be inside of a bouncy castle. It also suggested in a giant bubble bath, at a silly hat convention, inside a whimsical storybook, on a roller coaster during a job interview. I'm going to go with, bubble bath is kind of funny. Silly hat conventions, kind of Monty Python. But I'm going to do bouncy castle. That first suggestion was great because as an adult, it's silly. Make an American punk rock pop song about how great it is to be in a bounce castle. Okay. This has got to be it, guys. I don't know if anybody's watching, but I really should be long asleep because this is just like I'm on like 2 brain cells right now. But I'm still pumped. I'm still so excited about this. I'm gonna make such great music. And so are you. And it's not a competition. It's like a let's cheer each other on, you know? It's like let's all as a world like make it so that like whatever vibe you're feeling, like there's an unlimited number of awesome songs and awesome movies and awesome TV shows and awesome images and awesome art of every kind, because there's a constant stream of people putting stuff out there, and there's no longer this barrier to entry where you have to have gone through the golden gates and wooed the gatekeeper. It's like, no, just you being alive and having access to the internet means you can contribute to the culture of the world, and nothing's stopping you. So just go and do it. I really encourage you. I think if you're watching this and you've ever thought about doing a live stream, just do it. Just go live and try not to do something that is super boring. Like, I'm not going to say don't show your food, because maybe your food is really interesting. But if your food's not interesting, it's a microwave dinner, like I'll pass on that. or not. I don't know. I don't want to tell you what to do, but just my attitude is, if I would like on my stream to be better for having seen what's on my stream and to have a better day for it. So that's my personal perspective on this. Is I want to contribute to the best of my ability things that will enrich the lives of others. Today may or may not have succeeded, but I am going to continue trying, and that's the winning ticket, is to just every day try better. Mr. Beast is quoted in saying that he's like, every single video, he's like, if people ask him how to make successful videos on YouTube, he says, make a video every day, and every day figure out a way to make the next video better. And after you've made 100 or 1,000 videos, come talk to me. That's what he says. And, I have to admit it. That's a brilliant strategy for being awesome at doing stuff online, is just do it. Don't wait. Just start now. And then every time you do it, do something a little better. So that's kind of like, recently I put up this green screen. Then I'm like, okay, let me get this mic situation. Then I was like, okay, let me change out the camera lens. And then let's mess around with AI and let's put in some logos. And, here we are today talking about bounce castles. This song is called Bounce Till We Drop. Ugh. Okay, so one thing I'm noticing is it really seems to be able to make things sonically sound much better if it's like synth pop or pop music or house music. So when it comes to rock and stuff that has like organic instruments like guitars and bass, it struggles a lot more than if it's kind of synth. So let's say make a synth pop song. I'm going to say 90s synth pop song about how great it is to be in a bouncy castle. And I want to say this is going to be the last thing, but if it's terrible, I'm not going to end there. I'm just going to keep going. I'll watch this myself. So if no one else watches it, I'll watch it. It's good. Another tip, if you're into creating content, is make your content and then watch your content. Listen to your content. And by watching and listening to it, you're like, okay, well, it doesn't matter if I have an audience or not. Like, I myself am watching this and I'm like, this is good. This is terrible. This could be improved. That's perfect. And so that needs to be kept. And so that way you're making progress. So by watching your stuff, and then it doesn't hurt if you can get feedback from other people too.
I step inside, my heart's feeling light. Colors surround me, taking me to new heights. The neon glow, beats start to flow. Feel the rhythm, yeah, let's go with the flow. Bounce, 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 bounce on the castle, baby.
Okay, let's listen to this other one, and then I know what to do with the last attempt. Okay. So this is interesting. I think it's going to be able to pull this off. I just asked it to make a K-pop song about the bouncy castle. So I feel like with this particular theme, like I wanted to be funny. It's not funny, I'll be honest. And then the lyrics are just annoying because it's like not funny, but clearly attempting to be funny. So what I used to drive to school with a friend who listened to K-pop constantly. And I used to tell him, I really love this music because it allows me to turn my brain off because I don't understand what it's saying. So it's really nice to listen to. Oh, it looks like it made English lyrics after all that.
Step into the bouncy castle, the rhythm in your bones. Step inside the castle, the magic's just begun.
Okay, let me say write. I'm just gonna say write a K-pop song. Write a K-pop song in Korean. Let's see if it can do that. I have no idea if it can. I know that earlier I had it do a song and the beginning of it was nonsensical. And I was like, that's so interesting because sonically it sounded pretty good, but it wasn't saying actual words. So that was interesting. But, oh yeah, I'm seeing Korean letters So this is promising. It's taking a while to generate, but okay, it's done. Here we go.
하나 둘셋 네 번째 별을 쳐봐 꿈을
I just made my first K-pop song, ladies and gentlemen. This one's called Star of the Future. I like it because I have no idea what it's saying, except for oh yeah. Oh, it feels so good. I love K-pop. You got two singers. Two for the price of one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling the credits on this K-pop song. It has been an absolute pleasure hanging out with those of you who have tuned in. I want to thank you, as always, for checking out DJ Ethan Stone and my show Future Status. And I promise to keep getting better and make and bring better content as I continue to develop this format. It is just, it's a real pleasure to make this stuff. It's fun for me, and I just don't care if it's successful at this stage. I don't need that to make it. I just want to make it. I just want to make stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Does anybody else out there just want to make stuff? Well, let's do it. Let's just get together, go online, press record, and make stuff with our good friends, AI.
함께하는 모든 순간이 특별하게 느껴져 빛나는 별들 속에 우리 함께 눈부셔.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. Blessings to you. I wish you success. I wish you joy. I wish you health. I wish all of your dreams to come true. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one, which will hopefully be very soon. Thank you, everyone. Peace, love, and good afternoon or good morning. Yeah, it's good morning. Good morning. It's time for me to go to bed. Bye. In fact, can go live, and I'm gonna play this song. Check this out. So the reason I'm able to play this song on Facebook without getting it taken down is because I made it. That's right, people. This is a DJ Ethan Stone original of sorts. I'll explain later. Let's see if we made it live. Stranger. Danger. Yes, so let me explain while I can see that I'm live because there's people watching, so fantastic. So let me explain what's going on. That song I made about an hour ago using this app that I spent yesterday morning live casting about called Suno AI. I'm going to play a couple more songs. We're going to start